What up, everybody? It's your boy Andrew coming back at you with another episode of the Jaguar podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be discussing the Jags signing 49ers defensive end Arden Key. So let's get into it. But before I start, quick shout out to one of our affiliates and partners, FL Teams, a Florida sports website. They do great coverage of all Florida sports teams, and I put my content up there as well. It's flteams.com. Link in the video description. All right, so let's get into it. The Jags last week signed Arden Key, former 49ers defensive end. I really like this signing. We really needed help with the pass rush, with K'Lavon Chaisson just not being very productive. Josh Allen not having really that great of a season either. And I think that's, maybe a little bit of scheme, maybe some double teams that he was getting. So I like this. I like this move. It's a cheap deal, 1-year deal, $4 million. And I think Arden Key's a really good defensive end. I mean, good pass rusher. When you look at his PFF grade, I don't think that really tells all of the truth. It's like a 69.5, which isn't great, but you look at his pass rush score, he got a 79.4, and then his run defense was a 55. So I think he's more of a pass rusher. That's what they brought him in for. And I think he'll be a great complement at the edge, having Josh Allen and then Dewan Smoot, who was lined up on the edge. We saw him a lot, in a two-point stance, standing up, rushing the passer. I just think it's going to be a great, set of, edge rushers that we have. I think he's going to be a rotational player. You look at his numbers, pretty good numbers too for 2021. He had 8 sacks, 10 solo tackles, and 6 assisted tackles. And then I think he had, like 17 quarterback hits in 2021 as well. So, I think this is going to be a really good pickup for the Jags. And he's pretty healthy. He can stay healthy. Yeah, so I really like this move. I think it takes some of the pressure off the Jaguars in regards to the draft. There's been a lot of discussion about whether to draft Evan Neal, whether to draft Aiden Hutchinson or Trayvon Walker. So I think this gives some, breathing room for the Jaguars. Honestly, I think they're gonna pick Evan Neal at number 1, offensive tackle for Alabama. I think he's a great talent, a generational, player potentially for whatever team he lands at. So, I think Jacksonville should, go and pick Evan Neal if at this point, just because, we have enough edge rushers. I mean, like I said, we have Josh Allen, we have Dewan Smoot, we have Arden Key, so I feel pretty comfortable, with our outside pass rush. We picked up some defensive tackles in free agency. We got one defensive tackle, really, Foley Fatukaze from the Jets, who I think is pretty solid as well. Good run stuffer there, run stopper. And then, we have Malcolm Brown, and then we have Devon Hamilton, excuse me. So, yeah, I feel like we're pretty good at the defensive line spot. I think we can feel comfortable, drafting a left tackle in the first round. Hopefully we get Evan Neal. I'd like to see it. And, hopefully we pick up some defensive assets, maybe at linebacker, and pick up some offensive linemen, at guard and center. So I'm really liking this signing. I think hopefully we get a lot of production out of him. He's got great technique too. I mean, when you look at his highlights, he gets very good separation from the tackles, can shed blocks, just does a really good job at rushing the passer, can fly to the ball and make the play, get the sack, really good pursuit. So I'm really happy with the signing, and I think this will work out for the Jaguars. But let me know how you feel about this signing. Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. I'm also going live on Wednesday with FL Teams, and I've been doing that for a couple weeks now, and it's been awesome, guys. We're having a lot of great conversations regarding baseball, football. It's just been awesome, and we try to cover the whole gamut. So check us out, FL Teams live. every Wednesday, and it usually ranges between 8 and 9 o'clock. Sometimes we go a little later, but check us out there. Come join the fun, chat, pop in. We also go live on Twitter Spaces as well, so we can take some of your questions there. But subscribe to the channel, guys. Appreciate the love and support, and stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, there's more content over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. There I'll be doing interviews of current and former Jaguars players, including Joe Schobert, DeJuan Smoot, Shaq Quarterman, etc. And I also do interviews of former Jaguars players, including Natron Means, Jimmy Smith, Tom McManus, etc. So be sure to check out the podcast, subscribe to it, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, go Jags, and I'll see you next time.